Welcome to tonight's 5 on 5. The guest is Brian Ballou, Department of Forestry, Oregon Department of Forestry. Thank you so much for joining me.
Always a pleasure to be here.
And you're usually here this time of year when we start to see the warmer temperatures.
Yes.
What is it looking like headed into this fire season?
Well, it looks like we're heading into normal, when we haven't seen normal for several years. That's why it may sound odd that I'm saying that this is normal, but it's not unusual at all going back in the long record of fire seasons here in Southwest Oregon to start with a brisk outbreak of grass and brush fires during May. So we're still looking to probably start fire season in the first part of June, which is right on target. The extended forecast looks like we're going to be into a very hot and dry summer.
Which leads to what kind of lots of red warnings when it comes to the fire danger?
Right. With the normal, a normal fire season here means that we have a lot of starts. Probably have a few more lightning storms that don't have as much rain, so it means more lightning-caused fires. Any human-caused fires pose a greater risk of becoming quite large. So we'll be on our toes all summer and probably be chasing more fires than we've seen, certainly in the last 2 years. It sounds like it's pretty certain with the long-range weather forecast that we're in for, a very active fire season.
Now, the last couple of years we saw that rain, while the fire season didn't really start exactly, it started a little bit delayed, but because of all those grasses, all those fuels were so high. What do those look like this year?
There's a lot of grass and fuel out there, and there's a lot of tree branches that have fallen down. It's really kind of a usual fuel load for this year. It's not as great as in the years where we have had a lot of rain, warmer temps during the summer months or the spring months. Now that we're heading into the late part of spring, we're seeing a lot of growth, but that's normal. The fact that we've turned into going from pretty moderate, sort of moist spring into really long, hot days now, and some wind. Things are drying out very fast at the valley floor, going up into the lower elevation of the mountain forests.
All right, we'll have a few more questions for you, so stick around. More 5 on 5 right after the break. Welcome back to the 5 on 5. The guest is Brian Ballou, Oregon Department of Forestry. We've been talking about the upcoming start of the fire season. A reminder to people out there what you usually see this time of year that starts the fires.
Probably doing the burning in the backyard, the burn pile. We love to see people go ahead and burn that stuff up, but it's important to pay attention to, of course, the county burn lines to make sure it's a legal burn day. And to make sure that you know about the coming weather. A lot of times during spring, you'll have a calm day to start out. The sun's up, looks like a great day to go burn, but it's going to get windy in the afternoon. That's when you want to be done and have water on site and have a shovel handy and never leave your burn pile unattended. And
also people that want to chop down all those weeds, create defensible space, but how they do so, they have to be very careful as well. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're really going to get a leg up on your wildfire damage risk if you do some fundamental fuel reduction around your home, take out anything dead, lower branches on trees, thin out the blackberries a bit. And, if you can take it to the recycler or do some composting, that's great. But if you're going to burn, monitor that pile, and if you run into any problems, call 911 immediately. How about the firefighting resources that we have? Sometimes it gets spread thin. If we have a bunch, or if there's a bunch of fires in the west, what is it looking like for this year?
At least for the Department of Forestry, we're looking pretty good. The state's been struggling with some budget cuts, but the Department of Forestry's firefighting force has been left whole. So we've got our full complement of firefighters and engines, helicopters, and we'll have a retardant bomber that'll be stationed here in Medford. So we're looking good. We always work in tandem with local structural fire services, and they look strong as always. We're always worried, with getting some budget shortfalls, but everyone seems to be able to make the argument, that we have a vigorous fire season here in Southwest Oregon, and strength is good.
All right, Brian, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. That's it for the 5 on 5. More news right after the break.